So let's get started. This card here represents the overall energy of January. This top row is for your exes, the past, present, future. This is for you guys, past, present, future. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. This should be fun. I'm going to keep the candle right here. So I know, I'm going to put the crystal right here. So I know if it goes out. Okay. Super dirty or something. So the overall energy for this month is someone is going to be defensive. It could be you guys or it could be your ex, but they're all about defending themselves this month. It could be both of you guys, but there is a need for having to be defensive. You guys are kind of being uncomfortable, not having your guards up. And again, it could be about your ex. Your ex could be feeling this way. But the general feeling for this month is that someone's going to be guarded and defensive. So moving on to the past position, we have the Strength card and we have the 10 of Swords. So it looks like with the Strength card here, your ex was able to kind of get the courage and the strength to recover from the past hardships in the relationship. You could be dealing with a Leo. It doesn't have to be though. But it definitely looks like they were able to recover from it, and they could have found another person to help them recover. Or maybe they got like an animal. It could be like a cat or a dog that helped them recover. Or they could have like traveled, or they could be volunteering with animals. But in general, they were able to find the courage and strength to recover from the situation. And I did pull a clarifying card from that, and it was the 9 of Swords. So it definitely showed that they have a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights in the past, and just a lot of hardships from whatever happened between you two. So it looks like you both definitely have suffered from whatever went on and suffered from the breakup. But they were able to heal. But they were on the 9 of Swords, so they weren't exactly fully completed with healing like how you guys were in the past, but they found something that was able to help them heal. And then with you guys here, with the 10 of Swords, it's all about completely being defeated, but it is the 10, so it is the ending of a cycle and moving forward into the present. You both seem to be okay. At least by the looks of it, you're over this defeated stage, at least. So going into the present position, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. With the Knight of Pentacles here, it looks like your ex is willing to come into your life and offer you something more stable and be more stable for you. They're definitely more mature. Whatever happened to them in the past has allowed them to become more mature and have matured up, especially in terms of relationship and a relationship with you. And they could be an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like your guys' selves, but it doesn't have to be. But it definitely looks like they're wanting to come back into your guys' life, but they're going to do it very slowly and on their own terms. They're not going to come charging back in unexpectedly. They may even leave signs kind of them coming back in, like signs like maybe they're going to be on your social media or whatever. Or it could even be signs that you guys notice from the universe, like you seeing their names or you seeing their favorite number or hearing like their favorite song type of deal. Moving on to you guys with the Wheel of Fortune here. It looks like there was a karmic cycle that you were on or that you were in, but it seems like you guys are going to be ending this karmic cycle, especially with this 10 of Swords here. So I feel like there was a karmic cycle between this person, and I feel like you're definitely thinking about it or feeling it in the present moment right now. But I feel like it's going to be coming to an end. There was something that happened in the past that seemed to be really hurtful for you guys. I'm going to clarify this Wheel of Fortune, so give me a sec while I shuffle. Okay, so this is why I like to shuffle beforehand, so there's not like an awkward moment. I mean, not talking, but it looks like there's going to be an ending to a karmic cycle of conflict with this person, or at least inner conflict with yourself. It looks like the cycle is going to end. soon, and you are going to be more open to a new beginning with this person. So I feel like you may be having like a lot of inner conflict, or just kind of not having happy thoughts in general. You could have moved from this part of your life, but you're still on this cycle that is still needing to end. And I am feeling like it is going to end soon. And it may need to end. It may end when you have communication with this person and you guys talk things through. Oh no, the candle. The candle. I'll just put that right there. I knew it was going to go out. Okay. So maybe that's saying that the karmic cycle is going to end, the candle going out. I don't know. I'm weird. Okay. So moving on to the future position, we have the Queen of Swords here. And we have the Nine of Cups. So let's start with the Nine of Cups, because the Queen of Swords has a little bit more of heavy information than the Nine of Cups. So it looks like in the future, you're definitely going to have abundance in wishes, and you're definitely going to have wishes coming true. But this particular wish here that is coming up, especially about your ex, is followed by the Two of Swords. So I feel like you're going to be deciding between two things, but you are going to be needing to use your intuition about this wish and how to wish for it, because it feels like you are able to attract wishes very well. You're able to manifest them, but it feels like you need to really think about the wish that you're wanting with this person, and really make sure it's what you want and exactly how you want it. Because if you wish for the wrong thing, it could, or if you wish for it in the wrong way, it could result in something that you're not actually wanting. So be careful of, it's basically saying be careful of what you wish for. And it could also be that you're wishing between two things. You're wishing for a clear mind, or just a clear decision on what you should do in terms of this person. So moving on to the Queen of Swords regarding how your ex is feeling in the future. It looks like your ex is going to, obviously they're going to be coming in for communication. They're wanting communication, or they're wanting to fix things at least. But with this Queen of Swords here, they're not going to be completely emotionally open. They may even say like kind of harsh words, but they just want to communicate, and they want to talk about what happened in the past and why they were hurt in the past. They're not going to be open to talking about new feelings, but they are definitely going to be open about talking about past feelings and emotions. And it may be like kind of a brutal thing. It may be hard to listen to. And you will definitely put in your input as well on what hurt you in the past. But it's definitely necessary for you guys to move on, and especially necessary for this cycle to be ended. I did clarify the Queen of Swords, and it looks like the Five of Cups is saying that you guys are definitely going to be talking about past hurts. And it seems like you guys are only going to be focusing on the negatives in this conversation rather than the positives, which is okay, because you guys are trying to heal. You both are trying to heal. And it's okay to focus on something like that in just this conversation. But it looks like a heavy conversation is needed and is going to happen in the future with your ex. And it could also be that your ex is going to be willing to completely listen to you about how you were feeling in the past. And if they maybe hurt you severely, they're going to be open to listening to you about your past hurts. But they're definitely going to be emotionally guarded, or you are going to be emotionally guarded. So you're just going to be, it feels like you just are going to be talking about the past and your hurts in the past with this conversation rather than like the future. Let's get started. This card right here represents, I hope you guys can see it, the glare from my window, of course. But this card represents the overall energy for this month of January. These two represent the past, the present, and then the future. So let's get started with the Sun. So overall, the Sun card is the most positive card of the tarot deck. So there's definitely good things that I see coming in for you, and it could be starting, or it is going to be starting this month of January. And it could be you reconciling with someone from your past. It could be like a childhood friend or whatnot that could potentially lead to a lover. And in general, you just are going to be feeling more happy and more confident in terms of love. I'm feeling, and that is going to be from now until moving forward into the future. So any negative card in the deck, this kind of wipes away more of that negative energy and brings more positivity and light to it. So in the past position, we have the Nine of Wands, and then we have the King of Cups. So it looks like you may have been hurt in the past by someone, obviously, from a past relationship. And this could have been making you defensive and not sure if you're ready to move towards someone new because of how you've been hurt in the past. Or could that be that you hurt someone in the past as well? But I am feeling like you are, in general, in the past, were feeling hurt and on edge and completely defensive, and you were just wounded. And you weren't really sure on how to trust people because of what happened. And this person that hurt you could have been a water sign, a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But it doesn't have to be. But maybe you were very emotionally open with this person and they ended up hurting you and you kind of became guarded and you were afraid of being emotionally open after that point because you were afraid that that it was going to happen again. It's hard expressing your emotions to someone and your feelings to someone and then them being able to hurt you. It's a really strange feeling. So I feel like someone hurt you in the past, or I mean, it could also be that you hurt someone in the past. And it could also be that you were very guarded with your emotions in the past and you weren't willing to talk to anyone about it. And that could have pushed out a potential relationship. Moving on to the present position, we have the 8 of Pentacles and we have the 10 of Cups. So with the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles talks about someone working really hard towards something that they want. They kind of had their head face down into their work and not really realizing anything else above them or around them. So it could be right now that you're really trying to focus on yourself and getting things stable, especially in terms of money and your home life. I feel like you are just in general working towards potential success. And you're kind of working towards having this relationship, this outcome of having family and kids and having like the happily ever after type of feeling. And you're working really hard towards that. But when you're working really hard towards something like that, when you have your head completely face down into something, you're not able to realize new things that are coming in or new people around you because you're so focused on yourself. And I pulled a clarifying card for that and I got the Knight of Pentacles. And this is someone that is stable. They're not completely mature, but they're more mature than the Page of Pentacles. But it's someone that looks like they're wanting to offer you stability and offer you commitment. But it looks like you may be missing out on that because you are so focused on your work and yourself and trying to figure things out. And you may be so buried deep in this because of what has happened in the past, and this could be helping you heal in some way. But there comes a point in time where you kind of have to look up and be able to see that there are people around you that aren't necessarily willing to hurt you like this, and they're wanting to have something positive and something healthy with you. And I feel this is something really common in most of the videos I've been doing. I literally say this in every video, but it seems like there's a lot of missed opportunities, or there could potentially be a lot of missed opportunities in terms of love coming in because of insecurities from the past, or because we're trying to bury ourselves deep into work and trying to like grind our way through life and, you know, get money and be stable. But if you are looking for love, then you kind of have to have balance between work and relationships and, you know, your spiritual side and stuff. So if this is you right now, then try to like look up and take a break from work and try to find something that will make you happy in terms of love. And it could also be that you may meet this person, this Knight of Pentacles. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like yourself. And you could potentially meet them at some sort of work event or like school, whatever you're doing. You could meet them there. That could also be what it's saying. Moving on to the future position, we have the 5 of Wands, and then we have the Devil. So this is your guys' card, Capricorn. But I am feeling like in the future, you may have a lot of like inner conflict within yourself, or you may feel like you have to compete with others for a particular person. Just competition in general or conflict in general. But with the devil here, the devil represents a toxic relationship, a toxic situation. Could also be addictions like drugs and whatnot, drugs and alcohol. But I am feeling like in the future, this person right here, I feel like this is someone that is would be a potential healthy relationship. But in the future, it could be like if you were dealing with an ex or whatnot, it could be that they could come back in and try to manipulate you into becoming or be in a relationship with them. And it could also be that they're dating multiple people, but they're trying to play it off like they aren't. And so just be careful of someone that may be coming back in that is toxic, and be careful of going back to the past. Even if they say all these really positive things to you and try to manipulate you into thinking that they're better, be careful of that, because they may not be better at all, and they could be like cheating on someone. They could be involved with someone else. So be careful of that. I also pulled a clarifying card for this, and I got the Empress and the Six of Pentacles. The Empress represents Taurus and Earth sign. So if someone comes back in, and it could also be a new person coming in, but I don't feel like it's this person that I was talking about, but it could be a potential new person coming in that could look like the Empress, where they're super nurturing, they're very attractive, and they will offer you stability and commitment, but in turn, it's really not like that at all. And they're the devil in disguise, basically. And with the Six of Pentacles, there's going to be something that isn't balanced with the relationship. There may be more effort on your side rather than their part, but just something is not going to be balanced. So be careful of people coming in that seem to be like super perfect. Just be careful of someone that is perfect and comes across as perfect, because it could be the devil in disguise, basically. And I'm really feeling like this person could also be attached to someone else. They could have like a family with someone else, and they may be lying about it, or maybe they're upfront with you about it, but they say, hey, it's not a big deal. Definitely be careful of that, because that could cause a lot of conflict in your life. And it could also be that you're having this internal conflict within yourself because of the past and because of maybe a missed opportunity with someone. And it could be that you're looking for something nurturing and something balanced, but instead you kind of are getting more of like a sexual attraction and more of like an addiction towards this person, rather than attracted to their personality and whatnot. You're more attracted sexually to them. So be careful of that as well. So I'm feeling like it could go both ways. The energies are kind of up in the air with that. But be careful of, if you are dealing with an ex that was toxic in the past, be careful of them coming back in and kind of lying to you about what went on. So, and then the cards that I pulled for the February sneak peek, I have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and then the Six of Cups. So it does look like there is someone that is going to be coming into your life. This could be someone from your past, like a childhood friend or childhood relationship, sweetheart, whatever type of thing. And this person could potentially be a soulmate to you. And with the Hanged Man here, you could have been waiting a really long time for this person to come back into your life, or in general, it's been a really long time since you guys have seen each other. Or if this person is completely new, it could be that you were waiting a really long time for this sort of positive relationship to blossom. So this relationship is definitely going to be really stable, really committed. It might be very slow at first, so be patient with that. Don't expect it to be fast movement. But this person definitely could be a soulmate to you guys. So